All right, the wait is over. Brian and Andrea Crouch, welcome to Realty. How are you doing?
Yeah, we're good.
So excited.
Awesome. Well,
thank you. I appreciate it. I don't have much of a voice, but I am here celebrating you guys joining eXp Realty. I'm excited.
Thank you.
It's
Thank you.
Pretty cool stuff. So we're glad to have you guys join us. We got together, gosh, it wasn't that long ago, and started talking about business and started talking about where things were going in this industry. And one thing led to another. And here we are today. It's November, and the Crouch team, who's been with your previous brokerage for, I want to say it was 7 years. Is that right?
Yes. 7 years.
7 years, one of the top teams in the entire company, the largest brokerage in Arizona, by the way. You guys have, if I remember correctly, closed over 15 million in the last 12 months, 56 deals, I want to say just north of 55, 56 deals. So doing a lot with relatively just the two of you, and I know you guys have some help on the administrative side, but not a real big team like we see these days, but you guys have obviously been really productive. And so number one, welcome to eXp Realty. But gosh, guys, I got to ask, like, what sparked the change? Why would you, after being with your previous brokerage for 7 years and clearly very happy there, why would you make the change now?
It started from a goal setting session where we just wanted to increase our business. And so we started thinking the market look 5 years from now. And then we started investigating, talking to you, figuring out eXp. And it would almost be wrong if we didn't switch. If we look at where things are going to be 5 years from now, it was a no-brainer.
And just to back up a little bit, I had met you guys back in short sale days. You taught a class, a flip-flop short sale class at KW, and had just kind of stayed in touch with you guys. And a few months ago, I saw this giant announcement that you were moving, and it was complete shock, and I could not believe it. Just to explore, well, what on earth is such a draw for you guys to make such a big move? We just had to investigate, and we were already kind of exploring some options at that point. And so there was, just like Brian said, there was no way we could not do that. That would be silly to not do it soon. So here we are.
Well, that's awesome. I appreciate that. Yeah, obviously our relationship goes way back to the short sale days, and we, even though that was a while ago, we're still not wearing shoes to this day. You can see, as you two both well know, that we're still wearing flip-flops to this day. Luckily, not doing nearly as many short sales, though.
Just as awkward, though. We have Fathead Kevin up here, and then I'm standing behind him on the video, which is a really cool thing we got going on. But if nothing else, we're going to go, what are those guys up to today? But so, yeah, I mean, you guys, correct me if I'm wrong, but you guys have been a part of the largest real estate brokerage in Arizona for the last 7 years, right? Like, by agent count, it is the largest brokerage in the state, correct?
Yes, it is. And we love the brokerage. It is, it's been a great place for us for this amount of time, but it was time to make a move, and here we are.
And some of the people we still love dearly are there, and we hope to stay friends with them forever.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, in this day and age, like, there's just a lot of brokerage change and a lot of brokerage movement going on. You know, one of the things I've said recently to people is that a lot of people are afraid that the real estate agent is actually under attack and might try to be, taken out, if you will. But really what we're seeing is the disruption right now is around the real estate brokerage. And so it's really cool that you guys saw kind of the vision for eXp Realty and just sort of the platform and the different minded brokerage thinking that's going on at eXp that differs, in my opinion, from every other brokerage out there. And we've all worked at different ones over the last few years. So it's just really great to have you guys on board.
Thank you. We love the collaboration when we met with you guys and just kind of talked about the technology and the collaboration. Like, the whole eXp world is phenomenal. I love my little avatar. It's so cool.
And we've taken, what we learned from you guys just in a brief amount of time, and we had our best October we've ever had.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Wow. That's awesome. That is awesome. Well, it's been cool collaborating with you guys. You know, I think people use that word a lot, but if you don't mind if I actually put some substance to it, you guys, that you were really thinking hard about eXp a few months ago. And so we invited you to come into a conference that we do every year for our team that we've now opened up to our eXp Realty, team, if you will, like kind of our extended team. And I know we spent 2 days with you guys in that conference, and I think you guys got some pretty great ideas. I think we all did.
Yeah.
I just want to put some, substance to that. A lot of times people say collaboration, and it seems kind of like a loose support line, but we really have had the opportunity to roll up our sleeves and mastermind together. I know, Andrea, you were in the office a few weeks ago when I was out, and you had a little impromptu mastermind as well. We were just talking about what was next in your business.
Yeah, well, Brian and Andrea both joined us, and what we did is we just got together because we've got here locally within our eXp, family, if you will, we've got a bunch of teams, and we've all got goals. You mentioned, Brian, you said something at the beginning of this video, which was we started looking at our goals for the future, and there's a lot of things that you guys have experienced and we've experienced, and some of the other folks like Templeton and Dave Z and Robert Habib and Danny Lopez and the folks that were in that room with us together. As we all started looking at it, we realized there's a lot of resources here to help each other's businesses grow. And that's exactly what we've done. And obviously our goal is all around selling more homes, making our businesses more productive and more profitable, and more to what we're looking for our, what I would call our lifestyle, right? For the business that suits our lifestyle and our future goals. And that's obviously important to us. I know it's important to you guys as well.
And absolutely. And especially with the other agents, like we've worked with mentees as it were, the previous brokerage, and just having more tools to provide to new agents that have been in the business a long time, having more cutting edge, current tools available is just phenomenal. What is available. I just love it.
Yeah, there's no doubt. I think that's one of the things that often gets overlooked or overshadowed within eXp is, number one, the technology and the tools that are built there for us to build our businesses, not just quicker, but easier, that already exist today. And not something that's coming down the road. It's not coming in 6 months from now. It's already here today, and we're already taking advantage of them today. And that's why you see so many highly productive agents moving their teams and businesses over from where they were to eXp, so they can actually grow that much quicker with a whole lot more ease as we navigate, quite frankly, a new world. Hitting 2019, I think it's safe to say nothing's going to ever be the same again as it has been.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Well, cool. Fred, you got any other last thoughts or questions for Brian and Andrea?
Yeah, well, first of all, Andrea, it was cool to hear you say that you love eXp World. I got to admit, it's a little weird for me, but I've gotten used to it. So anybody that's out there, it's just funny to hear the differing opinions. If you're one of those guys that's on the fence and you're like, well, I like eXp, but I don't like eXp World. Well, join the club. That's where I've been for a while. It is a little weird, but I've gotten used to it. It's a virtual campus, and it's one of those things that I didn't really realize till I got there. People say, well, you don't have an office. And I say, no, we do. It's virtual. Well, what do you mean? Well, come into eXp World with me. Let me show you the accounting department where you can ask questions about your commission check, right? Let me show you the onboarding department. Let me show you the technology department. Let me take you into the classroom where a live class is going on right now. So it's just good. It's cool to hear you, Andrea, say that you loved it.
And your hair is perfect. Your hair is perfect every day. You don't have to do anything.
It is.
I have the most fit avatar ever. He is amazing. I wish I looked like him. It is phenomenal. One thing I might ask you guys, you mentioned, the brokerage change and it being a big decision for you. Let's be honest, how was that change for you? I assume it wasn't all easy. Moving kind of sucks, whether you're moving houses or you're moving brokerages. I imagine that was a part of your guys' decision making as well, right? As it wasn't always fun and roses the whole time.
No, I mean it's no different than switching to any other brokerage.
Yeah.
But actually, the broker response was really fast, and it was almost to our clients, which is what we appreciate the most.
Yes, they didn't hesitate at all. I just said, here, sign this listing transfer. Oh, no big deal. You have hesitation about that. Like, how are they going to? They're like, send me whatever. Did not faze them at all. So that was really nice because I did have hesitation about that. And something else I was going to say, just that it really was seamless for us in the midst of, like we said, the busiest October we've ever had in our career.
Wow.
Is we're also making that move, and so it was a lot, but
cool.
Hey, it's done.
Yeah, I don't want to paint the picture that it was terrible, but I wanted to be honest about it, right? That that's a big part of things. If somebody's sitting here considering making a move, is we all get it, right? It's like moving houses isn't the most fun thing, but we're right in the middle of that profession. Moving real estate brokerages isn't necessarily the most fun thing, you know, but when you see a value proposition that is too hard to ignore, as you guys said, you almost couldn't ignore it. You know, you sacrifice some of that for the betterment of your business. And so I just wanted to acknowledge that it's not all perfect and amazing, and that not every part of the move is fun, but you guys did it. You had your best October while you were doing it, and you're positioned, in my opinion, to probably have your guys' biggest year ever, which is phenomenal considering what you guys are already doing.
Thank
Thank you.
I'm excited to look up 12 months from now as we get to the end of 2019 and go look back on what happened since you made the move over, and our mastermind continued to grow and develop, and our businesses just continue to go on the up, when quite frankly there's a lot of folks right now in our industry that are worried about what the future holds. And meanwhile, we're all sitting around going, it's never been better. There's never been a better opportunity for us, and we're going after it. So I'm really looking forward to just having an update 12 months from now. Is what I'm excited about.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing with us. Too. That was really cool to hear that.
That was one of the reasons we really, if you put it in terms, we like the speed of eXp's boat. With all the disruptors in the market, we like how fast it can change. The collaboration of talking with people that are going through change in Atlanta, what's coming down the pike for us, it's just amazing the speed of which the brokerage works at.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's awesome. I know, Andrea, we shared some text messages, and you're a lot like Kevin and I from a standpoint of, you're like, when's this going to happen? You know, you're like, I just filled it out. When am I going to? And it was really cool to hear you say that you felt incredibly supported by our broker, Holly Mayberry, here in Arizona. And I think it rings true throughout most states.
Phenomenal.
She's amazing, right? And she's caring for what's almost approaching 1,000 agents now. And she's got a great support staff behind her that's making her look good as well. But it's just really cool to see that you had a good experience. Not that just we told you it would be okay, but that you really felt loved and supported. I mean, we didn't call it a favor or anything. I mean, we could have, but I mean, she's awesome.
She's just amazing.
Yeah.
And so is her whole team. Jennifer, who's one of the other brokers on the team, who you will get to meet if you haven't met already. She's amazing. And Jim, who's now really in the operations part of the brokerage world, he's great too. We're just really lucky. Like, we've got a real hands-on, great team of brokers. And I think it's worth pointing out, because a lot of folks wonder, like, okay, this is a virtual brokerage. What's that broker support going to look like? And what I've found is it's the best experience I've ever had when it comes down to that. And I've had a couple really good brokers. I've had some not so awesome brokers, but I've had a couple really great ones. And I got to tell you, working with Jim, Holly, and Jennifer has been the absolute best experience from a broker and agent relationship I've ever had.
Yes, absolutely. It was such quick response anytime I needed anything, which was a lot. I'm kind of high maintenance, but it was super great. Such quick response. It was wonderful.
Well, I think it speaks to this model, right? At the end of the day, if you're going to go out and create a virtual brokerage that doesn't have physical office space for your agents to hang out, then your broker support has to be strong. And so sometimes people worry about that, but in fact, in reality, I would say it's probably one of the strong pieces of eXp's entire model is the broker. And I'm sure there's been some broker experiences in the past that maybe weren't as great, but I think the current broker lineup that they have throughout all 50 US states is pretty impressive right now. And I think you'd hear from most people in most states that they really feel well supported from their broker. So cool to hear you guys say that.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, so Brian, Andrea, I don't want to keep you on forever, but I do want to, number one, give you the chance to say any other parting shots that you want to say before we get going. But before we do that, if somebody wants to reach out to you because they're interested in going, hey, you know what, I've considered making a move too, or I'm thinking about the future. I'm thinking about my future goals too. And something you said resonated with me. What's the best way for them to do that? Should they contact you through Facebook Messenger, or what's the best way?
I would say Facebook Messenger. I am also absolutely, and Brian's not so great with Facebook Messenger, so probably me. But yeah, just a quick Facebook message would be great.
Awesome. So guys, go ahead and do that if you have any questions for Andrea or Brian, and Andrea will relay that to Brian and get you guys on the phone if that's the case. But if you've got any questions and you're wondering, like, hey, what should I do? I'd love to chat with them and pick their brain. Like, reach out to them. They're absolutely kind of like straight shooters, something I've always enjoyed about them and appreciated them. And I think it's one of the reasons we get along, and they'll tell it to you, the good, the bad, the ugly, the thought process and decision process they went through over the last few months to get to the point where they got up and left their brokerage that, quite frankly, was pretty good to them.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Absolutely. Yes.
Awesome. So what last comments do you guys have before we sign off for the day that you want to share with any agent who is watching this video or is going to watch this video on a replay later on that maybe we haven't talked about yet?
Just give us a call. I mean, we so far we have no buyer's remorse. I mean, it's been 100% eXp, just waiting for the timing to happen. And we got the training scheduled today, and wow, all the higher level training that happens there on a Tuesday, on a Wednesday, is so amazing that we'd be happy to share some of the classes the eXp has to offer.
Yeah, 35 hours a week of live training was going on in eXp this week. Like, it's going to be hard for any other broker to match that number and that amount of training.
Yeah.
Yes. No, we're so excited. You know how excited I've been to be here. So could not be more excited to be here. So thank you so much.
You are welcome. Well, all right, guys, we'll let you go for now. And I know we're going to talk to you very soon. Again, anybody watching this video, got a message, reach out to Andrea, reach out to Brian, call Brian, or Facebook message Andrea. And I'll connect you with them too. And I know they'd love to have a conversation with you at all. And they're straight shooters, so can give you some good advice. And feel free to reach out. And Brian and Andrea, one more time, congratulations and welcome to eXp. We're so happy to be in business with you.
All right, thank you. We are too.
Welcome, guys.
All right, talk to you later.
Talk to you soon.
Thank you so much for tuning in today and joining us. For more information regarding eXp Realty, we'd like to invite you to one of our Discover the Truth of eXp Realty webinars. You can find that information at kevinandfred.com/truth. Again, that's kevinandfred.com/truth. Thanks so much. Create yourself a great day.